Welcome to the spring, and it's the time of year to discover how easy it is to grow your own fruit. And it's also the time of year to take action to prevent and to discover how easy it is to prevent a lot of the more common problems that affect not just fruit trees but also our ornamental trees and plants. And I'm talking largely here about fungal problems. Looking at the apple trees here, they'll very often suffer from a thing called apple scab, which is where the fruit has this brown kind of rustiness on it later in the season. And of course the damage is done throughout the season, but you only see it. It only manifests itself, if you like, at harvest time when the fruit is going brown. It's still edible in that, but it looks pretty unsightly, and if you're growing them for sale, of course, they're unsaleable. So a couple of things you need to do. Number one is quite simple. Do a bit of what you'd call just, well, pruning, restorative pruning I was going to call it, but it's just pruning out any diseased wood. So if you look at your fruit trees and you see some growth like this, now it may be hard to see it there on the camera, but you'd see quite obviously in real life that you have a stem here which is a bit dead compared to the other lovely healthy ones. So I'm just going to prune that out. It's quite simple. Prune it there to the node. And that's the growth will come up to the node and it'll go straight in here. All you're doing by leaving a bit like that is it's a perfect place for pest and disease to get back into the tree. So you don't want that, you don't want to leave that on it. So we'll remove that and get rid of it. Look at the rest of the trees then. The buds are just itching to come back to life. It's a lovely time of the year. It's called bud burst. So as you can see, it's a very self-explanatory term. The buds want to burst back into growth. That's in an apple tree here, and you can see here with the Japanese maples, look at the buds, lovely little buds, just really swelling and really wanting to come back into growth, and you'll get that lovely new spring growth very soon. But outside of pruning off any dead growth, what you want to do, and this really is the gardener's friend, it's a thing called Bordeaux mixture. It's a very old remedy, if you like, for fungal infections. The active ingredient is a thing called copper sulfate. It comes in a powder form. I'm not going to do it now because it's raining, so it's not going to be the right time to put it on, but it comes in a powder form. Just mix it with water into a sprayer, into a watering can, and spray all bits of the tree and plant. If they have been suffering from something like brown rot or scab, it will hopefully prevent it coming on this year. Now, certified for use in organic gardening and organic farming, but under guidance, if you like. So it's not something you want to be willy-nilly with. Don't be putting it on every week, maybe once, maximum twice in a growing season. But it's a very, very good catch-all fungicide, if you like. Good for potato blight, good for a lot of the rots in fruit that you'd get with raspberries, apples, pear. The other thing, of course, that really does affect fruit trees, and this isn't going to do too much to help that, is canker. If you are getting canker, thankfully I have none to show you, but if you do have some canker in your apple trees or in your fruit trees, the best thing is back to your old friend, the secateurs. Prune it out, because if it travels further down into the tree, your history, if it gets to the main stem of the tree is gone. Canker looks like just knobbly bark, splitting bark on the tree. It can be bacterial or fungal, and it's going to destroy the tree in time. But apart from all that, I don't want to concentrate on the negative. Most of the time you won't suffer from things like that. It's a great time of the year. I know it doesn't feel it today with the rain pouring down on us, but it's mild, it's real. You can feel the growth coming back into the trees. So get out there and, as I say, discover how easy it is to grow your own.